Welcome back to Star Wars Community. Today I'm going to be discussing the new Jedi Way and why I believe Luke is now a grey Jedi. For thousands of years the Jedi have followed the Jedi Way, and now as we move towards Episode 8 in a time period that takes place post Return of the Jedi, where the Sith really no longer exist and the Jedi that practiced the original Jedi Way are long gone, we should ask ourselves the question of will the old Jedi Way still be followed, or will Luke practice a new Jedi Way and teach that to his new Padawans? Let me begin by reading the mantra of the Jedi Code. There is no emotion, there is peace. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. There is no passion, there is serenity. There is no chaos, there is harmony. There is no death, there is the Force. We know as far as Luke was concerned, his learning of the Jedi Way was vastly different to those who were before him. He was older and used his emotions to guide him. We still don't know if Luke had a wife or a child at this stage, but we do know from the original trilogy that Luke followed his own Jedi path, since a large majority of his training was self-taught in the absence of Yoda and Obi-Wan. To understand what Luke's view and practice of the Jedi path will be in Episode 8, we should take note from the original trilogy that Luke's path could be viewed as neither the dark side or necessarily the light side. Let me explain this further. Luke's primary goal when learning the Force was to face Darth Vader, who would later learn to be his father in Empire Strikes Back. Once he learned that Darth Vader was his father, his self-teachings of the Force changed, and in A Return of the Jedi we see him use Force Choke, which is an ability we've only seen dark side users use previously. Luke also was driven by the desire to save his father and bring him back to the light side of the Force. This was driven, of course, by emotion and passion. In Return of the Jedi, at a pivotal moment of the trilogy, we see Luke use his anger as he strikes his father down, but he is able to control his anger and emotions and bring himself back from what could have been the verge of the dark side and throw his lightsaber down. I think from what we've seen of Luke, he could be classified somewhere in the middle, perhaps a grey Force user. Luke's view of the Jedi Way is fundamentally different to Yoda and the previous Jedi Order. I expect this new view of the Jedi Way is what Luke would have used to teach the new Jedi in the period after Return of the Jedi, leading up to what we assume is the point in which Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren massacre his students. I'm very interested to see what approach Luke uses with Rey in Episode 8, since the way of the Jedi is no longer as simple as being the light side and the dark side. Because like in real life, many of our choices we make simply lie in the grey. Please let me know in the comments below any theories you might have on this theory or one of your own regarding Luke and his possible teachings of the new Jedi Order leading up to The Force Awakens. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that subscribe button. New Star Wars content Monday, Wednesday and Fridays here at Star Wars Community.